displacement submitted by a viewer. It reads this way: downtown Little Rock has seen a big revival over the last number of years, while other areas of the city, such as the 12th Street corridor or potentially the University District, have not. What would you like to see in these areas of the city, other areas beyond downtown, and how would you ensure that development won't lead to displacement? Mr. Tall?
Sure, thank you for the question, Mark. I'd like to see a number of things. And first and foremost, I'd like to see developers who get tax credits, subsidies from the city. I'd like to hold them accountable for the things that they say they do in exchange, say that they will do in exchange for the subsidies and the tax credit. For example, I'd like to see the city directors get behind what is called a subsidy clawback. And what the subsidy clawback does, it is a contract clause that provides a money-back guarantee if developers fail to fulfill the promises that made them get the subsidy in the first place. That holds the developers accountable. It's good for the city, it's good for the people, and it's a policy that makes sense.
Mr. Kurrus.
I spend a lot of time in the central city, and when I say that, I mean the area roughly bounded by the railroad tracks west of Central High School all the way south to I-30 and then back west to University. And it's a marvelous area with beautiful real estate, approximately 8,000 vacant lots in our city right now. 22% of the homes in that area are vacant, 13% of the lots. 35% of the lots and homes in around Central High School are vacant. So the displacement notion is one we need to consider. And the residents I talk to are good folks, nice people, take care of what they have. What's getting us in that area and what's really hurting our city in many, many ways is the fact that so many of these vacant properties are deteriorating rapidly. They're not generating any revenue, yet they cause a lot of compliance problems and code problems. And I'm going to post on my website, I think it's up already, a revitalization piece that discusses this in much more detail than one could give you in a minute. But if you go to my website, you'll see it. And that's the secret to Little Rock. It builds a community, it builds a sense of place, and it's a marvelous area, and it has to be revitalized, and you can get all those details on the website.
Thank you, Mr. Kurrus.
Thank you. As mayor, my economic development strategy will be focused on small business and entrepreneurship because I think it's the most effective, most sustainable, and most equitable kind of economic development. And if you look at the history of the city of Little Rock, all of the companies that we brag about that we're most proud of, from Alltel, Axiom, Stevens, Dillard's, they weren't brought in from outside. They were born here as small entrepreneurial ventures. And we need to keep that in mind because this is something that I do in my private sector work at Windrock International. I created the Arkansas Regional Innovation Hub to give resources to entrepreneurs to start businesses. I passed legislation to support entrepreneurship and small business because I believe that if we have a program to support small business and entrepreneurs in every part of the city, then we can have revitalization without gentrification because we're economically empowering the people who live in those neighborhoods to start those businesses, to hire people in their neighborhoods, to revitalize those buildings, and really make it happen. We've seen this happen in cities like Memphis and Chattanooga and Louisville. Great models for us to follow, but it starts by having an equitable economic development strategy that begins and ends with our small business and entrepreneurial community.
Mr. Scott.
Growing up here in Little Rock, I've seen, as I leave my house every morning from Southwest Little Rock, I go to Ranch Drive, and I see how different our city is. It's time for a comprehensive urban plan for our city that we truly cast a vision for it, set comprehensive strategies, and execute. How do we execute? We have to have a mayor that's going to be the driver of business development in our city in every sector of the area. What does that look like? In West Little Rock is growing, so we have to support that growth, but we also have to make certain that we improve the infrastructure of the South End, the East End, and Southwest City. If we have comprehensive urban planning, if we improve our infrastructure, we have a mayor that's going to be the driver of business development and not outsource economic development to the Chamber of Commerce. We have to set the start an economic development corporation that is led by the mayor. Right here, right now, it is time for this change. Thank you.